Indigenous asteroids weaving you the void, drowning your brain, making you insane. Rapping up Benjamin Fulford, living the absurd like a blue avian nerd, keeping the lines blurred. Captain Mark Richards, a secret space program grifter, getting married while in prison, making you listen, create a new religion, doing the reptilian, making you forget my sins. Super soldier talks in prison, Nordic and Draco, shape shifting in my Winnebago. Indigenous asteroids weaving you the void, drowning your brain, making you insane. Rapping the Benjamin Fulford, living the absurd like a blue aviator, keeping the lines rapping like Benjamin Fulford, living the absurd like a blue aviator, keeping the lines blurred. Rapping like Benjamin Fulford. Word. Extraterrestrial hybridized DNA. Don't need to worry about tooth decay. Kevin Spacey and his clone are feeling alone. Men who stare at goats. The Vril Society Road. Super Soldier Sunday, just another fun day. 75 years on Mars, lying about the stars. Captain Richard charms like Charles Manson's gun. Liars in the sun. Liars in the sun. Montauk's in the sun. Montauk, super soldier talk, super space program. Let's jam. Montauk, super soldier talk, super space program. Let's jam.
All right, welcome to Not My Rabbit Hole. And today's live stream is about Sarah R. Adams, also known as Sarah Rachel Adams. And yes, and what we're going to go over today is the police investigations into what happened in Juniper, Florida. And so what happened is, and if you don't know, or if you do know, I'm assuming that if you're the first few people to come in and watch this live stream, you probably obviously know who Sarah Rachel Adams is. But she is a part of a subculture that is on YouTube. The mainstream people that aren't into alternative medicine or new age philosophies, UFOs. She's part of the UFO community online. And right now, if you go to her website, she is known as being a multi-dimensional life coach, and whatever that is. And I'm assuming it's somebody who is able to understand past lives and future lives and bloodlines and ancestors, and give somebody a different kind of coaching, I suppose, in this incarnation, if you understand what I'm talking about. And I may even be wrong on that. I mean, that is kind of a definition that I have found it to be. but maybe I'm assuming something that it really isn't. Now, I want to give a little bit of background about how I know Sarah Rachel Adams in the first place. And I know her through, I used to be a host I had a show called Freedom of Joyce, and it was on it was on networks that were considered to be, they were called the truth media or alt media. And one of them was known as Revolution Radio, and the other one was America Freedom Radio. And they went into a lot of conspiracies, not just JFK, but a lot of conspiracies that even later on played out in the right-left politics paradigm and the Trump administration. Like it really did. I did witness this become very patriot, and a lot of the conspiracies or the things that we were looking into played out in what some people consider to be a right-wing fringe cult. Okay, so but that is not really what this show is about. And it's about a woman named Sarah Rachel Adams, who did come out in this community, and she was the girlfriend of someone named Max Spears, who is also a UFO researcher, and came out and was coined as to what Carrie Cassidy called a super soldier. And a super soldier is basically somebody who works outside of the physical realm of military. They use remote viewing or psychic abilities or things like this. There was a military like this that did exist, although it was different as we know it than some of the stories that we hear that have been fostered through the online community, like a sort of like a super soldier folklore. All right. So Sarah came out as a super soldier, and I interviewed her a few times. And when I did interview her, she was into natural healing, which I had an interest in that. And I fostered those kind of concepts as I was an advocate for the medical use of cannabis. And so I had her on the show a few times. And then I interviewed Max Spears. And Max Spears did experience a mysterious death. And there was a lot of sensationalism, which also involved Sarah Rachel Adams in that. Now, Sarah, eventually her career boosted into areas that you would consider to be more mainstream this media. For example, she was on George Norrie, Coast to Coast with George Norrie. She was interviewed with David Icke, who is really big in this community, who furthers the reptilian conspiracy. And then you have Gaia TV, which she was kind of sort of being in the wings of. At the time when I was, in good graces with her, she was working on getting her own show on that platform, but that didn't really happen. But she had a connection to that as well. She started to do psychic readings or work for people who you would consider to be celebrities. And that was kind of the break of me being wanting to be associated with Sarah Rachel Adams. I found her practices to be deceptive. And one of the things that came to my attention was that there was a woman that was part of a documentary with somebody else in this media called Kevin Moore. He was doing a documentary on someone who calls himself Captain Mark Richards, a UFO personality in prison, by the way. And so through him and through this other lady, I got wind that this other lady was doing Sarah's psychic readings, and that she was only paying her $50, and she was doing these readings for famous celebrity. Like it was like some show like, Basketball Wives or something like that. It was some reality show women that were her clients, that she was doing these types of, readings for. So let's go up to today. now, and this is why I think this is relevant, one of a client that you would maybe consider to be celebrity-ish would be Steve Harvey, the comedian Steve Harvey. And some of you guys who might be watching this, and you're in England or you're in Australia, or I saw that I had some viewers who are from Sweden somewhere. I think it might have been on my Not My Rabbit Hole stats on Spotify. But you might not know who Steve Harvey is, but he's a big comedian, and right now he is the host of a game show that's been like a part of American pop culture, and it's called Family Feud. And there have been several different hosts for that show, and Steve Harvey is the most recent. He's also been the host of Miss Universe, Miss America pageants, things like this. And he came out in the Kings of Comedy, which also Cedric the Entertainer was part of that, and also Bernie Mac, who is a well-known comedian and really more of a movie star than Steve Harvey has been to date. So, giving you that background, his son Jason Harvey and his wife, who is a model, Amanda Harvey, were working on a documentary that they were going to shoot. And apparently Jason Harvey and Amanda Harvey flew in from someplace. You'll hear on the recordings here. And Sarah was part of the documentary. In the recordings, you will hear Sarah say that it was for Vice or for Netflix. And they did a mushroom ritual with natural mushrooms, and you'll hear them talk about it. But Sarah also brought in, she bought it at a dispensary in Washington, D.C., brought it over state lines, which is actually illegal. You cannot, it doesn't matter what, because every state is going to have a different type of jurisdiction on, let's say, marijuana, or let's say, mushrooms. Some states have legalized it, or there are some parameters in using psilocybin for therapeutical reasons. But transporting those things from state to state, it can be illegal, and you can do jail time for that or prison time for that. And Sarah had done that. And it looks like, when you listen to the police investigations, which we're going to listen to here in a moment, and this is the one where I'm going to do commentary on it. But when you listen to it, you realize that it looks like it's the synthetic form of the mushrooms that caused them to OD. And Amanda Harvey almost died. Like, they had to intubate her. She wasn't breathing, and you will hear the police officer say those things. So that's basically what we're going to go over today, and we'll be right back with more Not My Rabbit Hole. Stay tuned.
He ain't no Saint Germain, no crown, no name. He plays the game, sharp as a flame. Who's to blame for the stolen fame? A shadow dance in the devil's frame. Caught in a rabbit hole, losing control, spinning wild on a stripper pole. Laughing loud, all for the lulz, but baby, that's not my rabbit hole. City lights and sirens scream, truth and lies blend like a dream. Wicked smiles, a clever scheme, chasing gold in the neon gleam. Caught in a rabbit hole, losing control, spinning wild on the stripper pole. Laughing loud, all for the lulz, but baby, that's not my rabbit hole. Fast, can't find the ground. Echoes of chaos all around. You chose this dance, this mad parade, but not every choice gets accolades. Caught in a rabbit hole, losing control, spinning wild on the stripper pole. Laughing loud, all for the lulz, but baby, that's not my rabbit hole. Spinning wild on the stripper pole. Laughing loud, all for the lulz, but baby, that's not my rabbit hole. City lights and sirens scream. Truth and lies blend like a dream. Wicked smiles, a clever scheme. Chasing gold in the neon gleam. Going down the rabbit hole, losing control. Spinning wild on the stripper pole. Laughing loud all for the lows. But baby, that's not my rabbit hole.
All right, welcome back to Not My Rabbit Hole. And there are several ways that you can support Not My Rabbit Hole. One of them is you can see my PayPal is at hollywoodhemptress@gmail.com. You can also buy me coffee at Terry Joyce. And if you like this broadcast, I do accept super chats and super thanks here on Not My Rabbit Hole. So yes, if you like my research, my commentary on the footage that you see, also please do, at the very least, if you can't help me, I know times are hard. We're in the middle of Christmas, but if you can like and share this footage with your friends, that would be great. Okay, so I'm going to start out with taking a look at this footage here. Now, this is mostly going to be audio, but this is the officer. This video that we're going to watch right here is actually part 2, but I want to start here, and it's the police interviewing Amanda, Jason, and Sarah. Amanda, Jason Harvey, and Sarah right after they were, pretty much a few days after they were able to clean the house. They were getting better and they were out of the hospital. So here we go. And we don't really hear anything for this part, really. I'm going to put closed captions on, but you can see it's Jupiter Island Police. Oh, I realize it's Jupiter Island, not Juniper Island. That's a big mistake. So this is in Jupiter, Florida. I know it sounded like Juniper when I was listening to it. So I don't know if anybody's.
Hi.
Here we go.
How are you?
How you doing?
Mind if we come in? Yes, please.
Thank you. Thank you. So all feeling better from yesterday?
Yes. I'm just so glad to just. You look a lot better. Yeah. How are you today?
No, not too bad, not too bad.
Yeah, I'm good. Now, when I tell you to be able to be in your right mind, you're way more.
Nothing like being in control of your own mind, no.
Okay, big
Nothing
time.
like it.
Yeah. Like never again. Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, no, that was scary.
What we said?
Yes, please, absolutely. And if you need me to close the door, it's too loud.
Oh, it's nice out there.
Yeah, it feels good.
Keep smoking.
Yeah, definitely good.
So, what's going on?
Yes, so I just wanted to personally do, well, originally I was going to have my friend to come in. She was like, really wanted to do a statement bad. And when I was on the phone, she asked if I wanted to do a statement too. And I said, I don't mind. So even if maybe it helps for all of us to do statements. So I could start with.
Okay, so like what's happening is that they are taking statements. You will see the police officer asking them to swear that what they're saying is the truth. Their cameraman at this point has been arrested. So as it goes on, you will see that they are hoping that their statements will, get him out of jail.
And she should be back shortly. She thought she had to
Who
go.
is this?
Sarah, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Taking everybody down.
Is she, okay, so she's out of the hospital?
Yes. Yeah, she came out. Yeah.
Okay.
So she should be back here within the next.
We'll just shut this one.
Yeah, that's what I was probably. It's probably a little too loud. Sorry about that. Yeah. And if I need to close that one, if it rains.
All right. So just so you know, we are audio and video recording, so that makes it a lot easier for us if there's anything that we miss.
Absolutely.
This will catch.
Yes.
So I have these little witness statements right here that I can have you, your wife, and Sarah, when she comes back, if she wants to fill out. I have a few, so if you need to be able to write more, I'll give you a second.
Perfect. Thank you.
My pens are in the car. Do you have a pen, you bring? So my pens are in the car. You know what I want to I still have my pens in my track, so.
We do. Something you
That's
forgot
a thief
about.
right there.
That's amazing.
Thank you. All right. So these two. So basically, what you're gonna do, you're just gonna put your name, first and last name, today's date, the time is you just put 4 o'clock. Leave the case number blank, and then just from start to finish.
It's not the
what
same
you
key
were-
from yesterday, right?
No.
All right, just making sure.
This is ginger tea.
Start to finish what you remember.
Perfect.
And like I said, if you go over the lines, don't worry about this again. Just keep continuing on.
All right, perfect.
Okay? And I will give you one too. I didn't catch your name.
Amanda.
Amanda.
Maybe do two.
Thank you,
Do these two.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Amanda and
Jason.
Jason.
Yes.
Are both of these for me, or is it both?
If you need
It's just if you need more room.
Oh,
That's all it is.
Perfect. Thank you.
So we're gonna get through this, paperwork part, okay?
All right, so we will, when you guys are typing, we'll wait here if you guys say anything. Like I said, you're being recorded right now, so
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank
I can catch what you need to say.
you. All right.
Do we write it first and then type it? Or should we do both?
Whatever you want to do.
Okay, all right.
We're here for y'all, so whatever you need.
Thank you so much.
much.
And then 4 p.m. for the time.
Yeah.
And what's the date?
22nd.
22nd? Do I fill this out too, right? Under witness? Or
I'll
no?
leave that blank for right now.
Okay, perfect.
Yep. I'll go over that with you once you guys are done.
Okay, perfect.
All right, this is kind of like where it's a bit dead. Okay, so I'm gonna try to skip it to where we start to see words again.
It's like 4 days, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we're leaving tomorrow. Well, depending on if we can have our friend out. But
Okay, so I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit here. 'Cause this part has a lot of dead space. So let's go until we see words.
facilitate. I'll just say hosting. I'll just say hosting.
It's a big word.
That's a big word.
I've got dead space here. Sarah's gonna come in pretty soon here.
Private data education can't comprehend that. Even Saturday, we went fishing, we couldn't go offshore.
Right, we got space in here. Need another pound. Is that your friend right there? Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Hello.
Sarah,
Yes.
good to see you awake.
Thank you. Me too. Right.
How are you feeling?
Way better. These are like the first time I had these specific shrooms, which is like not normal because I like done other journeys. And yeah, that was. These are the things like. Okay.
So basically, what I just told your friends is this is you are being audio and video recording just for us to be able to replay if we need anything during these statements. But these are just going to be our department witness statements. So
Yeah.
I think I'm having them do is just.
It's for our cameraman, right?
What's that?
Our
So this is right now. This is just painting us a picture of what exactly happened.
okay, yeah.
Okay, from
Okay.
when the night began to the last thing you remember.
Okay, perfect. Do you
Okay.
guys have another pen or not?
Oh,
Here's some extra ones.
Thank you.
Like I told them, if you go over these lines, there's another piece right here. Just continue on.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so you're gonna see like some writing's gonna go on here. Here, let me see. Here we go. Let's see
I
here.
don't remember most of what happened last night, which might be a good thing in my opinion.
Yeah.
So remember what happened last night. Yeah. So here we go again.
You all did a good job cleaning up in here. You never even know something happened.
Yeah, we're doing our best.
What's that movie where they go to Vegas and they get so messed up?
Oh, Jason was just telling me about that movie.
You guys the Hangover? Oh my
And then I
god!
try to go back and find out what happened. Oh my
I
goodness.
said I was calling you and you were like, what happened this morning?
That's so funny. You had a hangover experience.
Yeah, true Hangover.
That's terrible.
Okay, mind you, Amanda almost died. Okay, so it's like, I don't know, this giggling and this talking about the movie Hangover and this lightness increases as we go. So just keep watching. I find this interesting.
Yeah, it was a crazy night.
It was terrible.
Probably the craziest night of my life.
I'm never doing that again.
Okay, there's like, here we go. Here's some more. Here we go. Let's go here.
And I felt something was wrong. I was trying to like force swallow myself, but I was too out of like consciousness to like do it. Yeah, I was trying to, so it's like carve out, I was like trying to get it out.
I think what she was saying there, I mean, the closed caption says vom. I think she's saying that she's trying to vomit the mushrooms out of herself. Okay, let's keep going. There's not much happening in here. Here we go.
What's how do you say his name?
I have no idea.
D, capital D, and then A, and then capital R, and E, M, E, N.
Oh, it's the right.
Mm-hmm.
D-A-R,
Mm-hmm. And then capital R.
capital R,
Mm-hmm. Then E, M,
E-N.
E, N. Mm-hmm.
All right, so it goes on for a bit here. Here.
Fingers on my throat make me vomit, so I try to help me.
Here, she's talking about her finger down her throat. Vomit. Okay, here we go with
Then
more.
I sign both.
So just
Oh, maybe the same thing at the top.
yeah, put the same thing on top. Just use the same date, choose the same time, and then just hit sign, and then today's date again. And don't worry about the rest of this. We'll take care of that.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Just real quick before you sign, can you raise your right hand for me?
Yes.
You swear and or affirm that everything written in your statement is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? All right, good to go.
Thank you.
Okay, here we go.
It's the 22nd.
Perfect. Thank you.
Oh, I drank myself the shower till I realized that the water was not helping me at all. I'm like, I can't even feel the water.
Laughing, haha. I couldn't feel the water, haha,
Or
laughing.
kind of just give us a, from what you can remember, just off of not writing, kind of just tell us like what happened.
Absolutely. So, and also your phone's ringing. I don't know.
Jackson, I don't know anybody in Jackson.
No problem. Yeah. So, we came here to do ceremony, mushroom ceremony, and there were two different kinds of mushrooms that were used. One, unfortunately, was a synthetic. One was more natural.
Okay, so I know you're listening to it, but again, this is a mushroom ceremony. One of them was natural. One of them was unfortunately synthetic.
We took the synthetic one mainly because supposedly it was a little bit more powerful.
And they mainly took the synthetic one because it was a little bit more powerful.
And took more than we should have. Did I have to take it? No, but I wanted to personally partake in the healing experience that my wife was taking part in, which was to help assist her with her liver.
And this was a healing experience, and it was because she has a problem with her liver, and she's going to explain that. She was taking pharmaceuticals and was having allergic reactions, and Sarah came along and said, I can heal you with my mushrooms and my mushroom rituals. And then in the second video, she talks about how she was a Reiki master. So you have to realize that Sarah is encouraging them at the helm of this, filming a documentary, saying and encouraging a person who has a problem with their liver to take the synthetic form of mushrooms, because as you hear, Jason says it's more potent. So this was the advice of, I'm assuming the advice of Sarah. This was like a thought process that comes through or was determined that they were going to do. But you have to realize Sarah is selling herself as a healing practitioner.
With the healing of her liver.
Okay.
And yeah, it just took way too much. In short,
It was supposed to be a microdose.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a microdose, and it hit like a train, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And it hit them
it's
fast.
Just like it's a hybrid mushroom.
So just like
And I
high
never experienced that before, so I think it's just like, boom. I could even see you. I could see anything. I saw pure like nothingness.
Yeah, award-winning in California, supposedly. Yeah, I don't know if that means anything, but yeah. So that was that.
He says award-winning in California, but when you hear we're going to go in and hear, because there's another interview that I'm going to show in the second half that is just Sarah R. Adams, saying her side of the story. And she says that she bought the mushrooms, the synthetic form, at a dispensary in Washington, D.C. So these mushrooms did not come from California. I just want to specify that, especially since I'm a California resident.
And after that,
so do you personally remember anything from?
Yeah, I was actually doing pretty well on how I was keeping it together.
Yeah. Do you remember us showing up?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I remember when I heard both of them seeking attention, medical attention. I think my friend Raymond, it freaked him out because he never experienced it. He's done mushrooms before. He's never seen anything like that before.
Yeah, he had a panic attack.
Yeah, he didn't even know how to
I thought he might have
respond.
fainted at one point because I could barely see his eyes and they were popping out. And I was like, don't pull water on me. He was like, don't pull water on me nonstop to try to bring me back, but that wasn't. And he was like trying to drag me up so I could breathe. And then he dragged me to right here because I was like, get me out of the shower. I was like fully clothed in my shower. That's what I remember. I was like coming back, going and coming back, and I was like trying to vomit.
Yeah.
But he was trying to help me. He just freaked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it was just total shock because when he knocked on the door, when I was in the room with my wife, when I heard that it was a lot of remarks, being given in the hallway by Sarah, it was clearly too much. I ended up just keeping my wife isolated in the room so I could assist her, and knowing that Raymond was clearly downstairs at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kept the door locked and kept trying to coach my wife through it and called 911.
Mm-hmm.
And I was glad that they were able to see where we were located at just by staying on the phone with me because I couldn't even figure out what the address was. And then at that point, you could hear the banging on the door, I could hear that she couldn't get the door open, but then she was also saying that they're also coming behind the house too. And so that's when I saw the flashlights. And then I opened my door. But they didn't know what was happening. So they were like ready to move. And I just kept my hands out. I was like, no, everything's fine. My wife just assisted her. And Sarah's in the other room. So you guys can tell me.
I guess I stopped breathing or something maybe at the hospital.
You
So
did.
I stopped breathing. So I just saw like you guys, I heard you guys because the banging of the noise kind of brought me too on the door. But I couldn't, you guys were saying like open the door, but it's not that far away. I was like, I wanted to open the door, but I couldn't bring myself to do it.
Obviously, I'm sure you guys are going to request all the body cam footage and everything from that night, but you were conscious.
And I've already done a show on the body cam footage, commentary on it. Stephen D. Camion had shown it on his channel, and he was kind enough to let me mirror it and make my own commentary on it. So if we have time, I might show a little bit of that at the end of this video, but we'll see. If not, I'll make sure that I have it linked to this video.
When we arrived, you were conscious, you were talking. Amanda, you were not. You were not conscious at all. I actually had my partner check a pulse on you because we didn't know if you were alive, quite frankly. You bottomed out super fast to the point where we had to intubate you right on the floor. So
I barely remember. I
stick a tube down your throat so she could breathe. We could breathe for her.
I couldn't breathe. I kept saying, like, I was trying to stick my, I couldn't breathe. I kept trying to stick my, so the vomit was right there because I was like, you gotta pump my stomach. I was like, but you guys are still passed out. He wasn't even up.
I don't know what happened.
He wasn't even up here. That's
So notice that the police officer is talking about Amanda being intubated and not breathing anymore, and they had to breathe for her. And then you have Sarah interrupting and talking about how she was trying to vomit again and how it was having breathing problems. So she's kind of doing an interesting tactic right here. Instead of like sitting back and going, oh my God, you know, I have administered something in a ritual where I've almost caused somebody to die. She has no self-awareness of that. She's still directing the conversation back to her and her own experience.
So I was like, I couldn't breathe. I was like, we need to pump my stomach. I couldn't even like get to my phone to like dial 911. Ooh.
Yeah, it was just scary all the way around. And I just remember when I let them know that they were both in there. Sarah was in the other room, my wife's in the bedroom in the bed. They told me just be seated, and I sat right there by the railing, and I just was being as compliant as possible. Scary times, but it's nice to see the world.
You were in that room back there with your wife.
Right.
You were out here, and
Right,
Direct
I was
Charles
in the
is
shower.
Okay.
So I like when I started to feel something was wrong and that this wasn't normal shroom trip, I was like, okay, cold water to sober myself up. So I was in the shower alone during, and it was downstairs, and they were in the room. Then I was like, okay, I could barely crawl. I was out of consciousness, and I was yelling at him, bring me ice. So he brought me 2 ice packs, and he was like putting the ice packs on my back and head, trying to bring me to. But then that didn't work. I just remember like completely going out. I don't remember what exactly happened. I just down. That's what happened.
And when certain trips get bad, you know it's one of those things you technically...
So think about this. She is now no longer aware of her reality. I went out, whatever that means. Now, she is supposed to be the facilitator of the ritual. I would think that the person who is doing the ritual and the healing wouldn't be taking the drug themselves. Like if you're the trip master, you're not supposed to trip with the people that you're mastering. That's big mistake number 1.
Have to ride out, but you never in a million years would think that it would get to something like that. I personally have never seen it before. I've never even seen or heard of it.
I finished mine too.
Finished up?
I wrote a novel.
Okay. Did you sign it?
Do I sign it? Where do I
Sign it right
here?
here.
Can
real
I sign on
quick.
both pieces?
Here's your right
Raise
hand.
your right hand.
You swear that everything you wrote, you swear that it's the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I swear.
You can sign the front one and the back one.
Why did I pass out? Was it just because I got poisoned from the shrooms?
I mean,
Like, why did I stop breathing?
I'm not a toxicologist, so I don't know what that crap was laced
So
with.
why is that
or-
question come with a giggle? I don't get that. Like, there's such a lightness about it.
That's the synthetics of what that stuff was made of, but
Yeah.
it was to the point where you were not able to breathe on your own.
That's what was happening.
You got pretty erratic. Quite frankly, how many guys did it take to hold you down?
Yeah, because you were talking about being killed or killing yourself.
I was,
It took about
oh my god, it was
8
stating
people to
like,
hold you
I was
down.
like caught in a state.
Sarah was also intubated, or like she was also, this is Sarah. They take this many people had to hold Sarah down because she was losing it over a ritual that she was supposed to be facilitating.
Of like eternal.
I don't personally, I'm like, do you really want to hire Sarah at this point? Like, I would be like, no, you are not going to be my mushroom healer. Like, these are dangerous practices. And yet, from these guys being interviewed, I find to be like, there's this, like, it's almost like they were teenagers who got drunk and one of them passed out and had to be taken to the hospital. Like, oh my God, like it's some sort of frat thing where when there's a lot of illegal. I mean, this is considered illegal in the state of in the city of Jupiter, Florida. They do not have laws that allow people to use mushrooms or even possess mushrooms in that city and in the state of Florida. So it for them, this is a crime.
It was so crazy, and I couldn't come back to the street. But I was caught, and I was like, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but there's the devil, and then the devil was saying how people need to like laughing and saying people need to like love each other and stuff. Otherwise, this is what you get. And I felt that from like it was really crazy. And then I was trying to come back, and then it wouldn't let me come back, and then it was like very crazy.
I will say there was at minimum 2.
Interesting that when Sarah trips, she immediately meets the devil. I think, Sarah, you should take that as a sign.
Officers or firefighter per leg, holding you down, holding your arms down, holding your head.
2 officers per leg had to hold Sarah down.
Because you were just violently shit. You were a wreck. I mean, you
We
were.
were so scared. She was supposed to be facilitating the session, and we're like, what
Yeah,
are we
it
gonna
was,
do?
See, Amanda's laughing at that. You were supposed to be facilitating the session, and here you are, like violently shaking as the person who's the healer. Of course, I would be maybe laughing at that. This is really bad.
So, I mean, obviously, super thankful that you guys are all.
How many people guys help me now?
I mean, you'll see when you see the camera footage. I mean,
Probably like 6 to 8 people. Probably like 6 to 8 people.
I'll do that. At one point, I had, because I was holding you up because you kept trying to throw up.
I'm so small.
I had my knee on your back,
I'm
holding
so
you up.
small though.
And that's Sarah good, but I'm so small. Though. I'm not a big girl, you know. I'm tiny. She's more concerned about her body size and whether or not she's petite in the eyes of this narrative, that she still doesn't get what she's done that is actually not okay. And in fact, maybe illegal.
In your head, and you were just violently shaking. Yeah.
I'm so small too.
I'm so small.
You were.
Both of y'all.
Was I dead? You were. And then they're laughing like together. Seriously? Like, why is this funny?
And I kept trying to find a way to cover Amanda. She was like, Jason.
No,
they just
because
got
I left my warm clothes. I forgot I had washed them earlier, and
I couldn't even feel close, so I didn't know.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I knew I was naked though, and I told my husband, I was like, well, my clothes are in the wash. So I was like, it's fine. So me and my husband just went in there and I laid down and he cuddled me to make sure I was warm. And then he already told me that he was calling.
You were both kept modest
Yeah.
once we got you into the stretcher.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
I felt warm when you guys were here though. I felt so warm. But I couldn't. Can I say my story? I know but
this
it's
is
okay.
like I said, like you're being recorded now. This is an open conversation. So.
Okay, cool. You're so fun. But so for me, this was a healing journey for me because I was looking into like.
Somebody said you're so funny. I think that was like Sarah, and then here's Amanda telling her why she's there. Right. So listen to this part.
Different ways on how to heal my liver. Me and my husband, we have children, and I've had surgeries and stuff, and eating bad food.
Let's go back a little bit. Let me shut up here. Okay, you're so funny. But so for me, here we go.
This was a healing journey for me because I was looking into like different ways on how to heal my liver. Me and my husband, we have children, and I've had surgeries and stuff, and eating bad food. I've been vegan. I almost died from being vegan. So it's just like I wanted to go more so like a holistic approach without so many medicines because I've also had a lot of allergic reactions to pharmaceutical. And I was like, okay, well, what can I do? And so Sarah's a teacher, and
I know myself.
Sarah is a teacher. So she has a problem with her liver. She's had surgeries on her liver, and Sarah gives her a synthetic form of mushrooms. How did Sarah think her liver was going to process that?
And because I'm part Native American Blackfoot, so we like
So
use.
this is Sarah saying now she's part Native American. I don't know about you guys, but I remember way back when she was like French and Merovingian and saying that English was her second language. And yet when questioned of, hey, Sarah, will you talk in French? She never does it. So now she's Native American.
We do shamanic ceremonies, so I have like social.
And she's done all these shamanic ceremonies. When I knew her, this was not what she talked about. But like now, when she's being investigated for, illegal mushrooms and a ritual and somebody almost dying, I guess now she's, Native American and doing shamanic ceremonies. Technically, I think Sarah will basically do anything for a buck.
Yeah.
So we use like basically combo. It's medicine for crew, or we do like true journeys where we clear the energies and stuff, and it's like something in our culture that we do. So this one was definitely unusual.
So she brought down the medicine, and I was ready to get my healing and everything. I was prepared.
She brought down a synthetic form of mushrooms that she calls medicine.
Supposed to be facilitating it, but as we see, it didn't happen that way. But I was, we started out on the beach, and it was fine. Everything felt fine. And then I started feeling a little bit queasy, so I was like, you know what? I just want to get warm. I'm going to my bed. And then I went into the shower to get all the sand off of me and everything. And then I put on my warm clothes, my last pair of warm clothes. And then I saw my husband outside, and I was like, oh, look at him at the beach. I'm going to go outside with him. Because, Sarah had come inside. I didn't know where she had gone. But I think I heard the shower water running. But I had come outside. Raymond, I think he was outside as well. Because we told him to capture. Because we wanted him to capture my healing journey.
Almost.
Just to be clear that part up, they're talking about the cameraman. They wanted to find him so that they could film her talking about her healing journey for the Vice TV, the Vice, Netflix docuseries that they were sending this to, apparently.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
But so Doraemon, I believe, was outside recording some of the healing journey because we asked him to to record the healing journey, and we want it for like documentation purposes.
Okay.
And then what happened was I started feeling sick, like really sick to my stomach, and it was feeling overwhelming. And I told my husband, I said, we need to go inside. I don't feel well. And then when we came inside, I still didn't see Sarah. And then I saw over here, and I saw her go. And we were like, are you okay? And she was like, yes, we're fine. And then she was like, I just need some water. And then so Raymond, he was assisting her and he got her some water and he was asking us if we need anything. I said, I'm fine, I just need to go lay down. So I went to go and shower again.
Thank you.
And then I was really cold and I felt even more sick. I felt like I was gonna not really pass out, but I was starting to feel uneasy, like I don't know what's happening to me. So I laid in my bed and Sarah was screaming by that point. And like when on the medicine, I noticed that her frequencies, I could pick up on like the yelling and it was affecting me. And so then I got,
picking up on people's frequencies, that's definitely a new age, this kind of media lingo. She wasn't just screaming and losing it, tripping out on a synthetic mushroom, but I was, it was bothering me that I was hearing her screaming and yelling that her frequencies were affecting me. It's just that's the kind of thing that goes on. I also want to point out that it's interesting that everybody's taking a shower, like they're tripping on mushrooms and they're like, let me go take a shower. I might feel better. And I'm like, huh? I don't know if I'm wondering that wouldn't be the first thing that would come to my mind would be like, hey, I might feel better if I take a shower.
scared, and then I started to feel my life feel like it was slipping away. And I told my husband, well, first I heard him already talking to Draymond because I think Draymond knocked on the door because I was going in and out. And
you should check on all of us at the same time.
yeah, and
Scary that she says I was feeling my life slip away.
so Draymond, I think from what I remember, I think he told him to go downstairs. I can't remember because he said he doesn't feel safe. And he said he's going to call 911. And then I remember hearing Sarah say something about call 911 or like something. I can't really remember.
Yeah, I
what
was
he said,
yelling.
'cause it was
Like my friend was on the phone and I was like yelling to him to.
Swear her in request to sign that stuff.
Yeah.
Are you done with your statement?
Yeah.
Okay. You raise your right hand for me? You swear and affirm that everything written in your statement is the truth, the whole truth, and
Yes.
nothing but the truth? All right.
And then
22nd.
and then after that, my husband had shut the door because he wanted to make sure that I was going to be okay and safe. And so he was kind of guiding me through it, trying to keep me aware and awake. He said, they're already on their way. Don't worry, the paramedics are coming. And I don't really remember much, but I could hear people speaking, but I couldn't feel my body. I couldn't feel my body at all. And then I remember hearing the door open and hearing people come inside. I don't remember feeling them really do anything to my arms. I didn't know I had any needles in me or anything. I felt them touch my pulse and they would ask me a question and sometimes I was able to bring myself back to even answer it, like slightly. I was able to like say it. And then even in the ambulance, I was not there, but sometimes I would drop back in and I would be present.
I don't even
And
remember.
yeah.
I don't remember any of it. I don't remember getting out of here or anything.
Yeah, I remember going to the hospital. I just remember being
Yeah,
carried.
because I'm doing
Sarah doesn't remember anything according to her.
a show for Vice too about like shamanic healing, so they wanted some of the footage. It was supposed to just like be a pleasant.
Yeah, literally microdose. It was supposed to be a healing journey,
Yeah,
and I've never tried that before.
There
So
are like
yeah,
way higher.
Done with these?
Yeah, it's the 0.
It's the 22nd of October.
10:22.
so 10:22.
And then the time when we started was 4.
So I'm guessing this was October 22nd, a year ago, maybe?
When did you guys first ingest the shrooms before calling
It was
911?
like 4 p.m. At 4 p.m. actually.
4, I think.
Yeah, it was like a little bit past 4.
And we ate
Call it 6:30.
like we ate
Fruit.
fruit too
Yeah, lots
to
of
like
fruit.
try to like keep it so it wasn't so like drastic.
Yeah.
But apparently, I guess maybe like I really think it's the intensity of the shrooms. Yeah.
I know it's so cold in here. Yeah.
But we didn't go for it didn't take that long because we didn't go out I didn't go out for a while. First we were on the beach and once we took them. So it was, at first it was like really pleasant, right? And then boom, that's when I got back in here.
It just hit out of nowhere.
That's where I hit out of nowhere.
And all of us got sick, even my husband. And I'm surprised he held on so hard to make sure that he was being calm to guide me because he had some as well. because he was supporting me because of she was saying something about the energetic connection with his support, how it can help me. And so he said, okay, I'm going to support my wife.
So who said that? Like she's saying, oh, she said the energetic connection that he helped me. So and I was going to support my wife. I have a feeling that this is like maybe, you know, a talking point from Sarah or something. I don't know. Just it's interesting that she's saying she said.
It just did not go well at all. But the Raymond, he didn't do anything.
Yeah, he
He
did.
literally when they said he was arrested, I was like, what?
I think you were fine.
So they're talking about the cameraman being arrested.
Yeah, we didn't know. Well, of course I didn't know, but
What happened is I collapsed a little right there, then I sat up and I saw this black shadow. And this sounds crazy, but I saw this like beam, right? And the beam was where
Right, so, and now Sarah's going to talk about how she, you know, saw another being in her woo experience. You know, this is a part of her shamanic, you know, like as if this should go in the police investigation, right?
see it, and then like it was weird. So I tried to move. Remember, I moved. Do you guys remember?
I don't remember any of that.
I moved. I was like, okay, there's something here. Then I moved. And I'm like, what is here? There's something here. And I'm like, there, because I am aware of spirits. And I was like, oh, what's this thing?
I'm aware of spirits. So now she's taking this whole conversation. Looks like a derailment. They want to know about the drugs and what happened to them physically and everything like this. What she's saying here, right here, has nothing to do with anything to help the cameraman. This is like for part of Sarah, you know, talking about how she can access spirits in another realm and how shamanic she is. That's exactly or a distraction onto what she may be actually really responsible for. But I'm wondering if she's that cognitive of what she's doing.
Basically, as soon it's like suddenly it like came into me and merged into its consciousness. It was very intense. And then my friend actually is a shaman. He's a Native American. He said last night he saw this black being with like slit eyes.
My friend who is now she's talking about a friend who has a Native American, and he saw a being with black eyes, and she's really, what does the friend have to do with this? She's trying to back and support her special abilities for her own career. She does not care about almost killing somebody. And herself.
He was sober. And he was like, I knew it had something to do with you. And I was like, yeah, I'm Native American. Like, we believe in skinwalker stuff exists. Mm-hmm. I got attacked by something really.
I'm Native American. I believe in skinwalkers. I got attacked by something really. This is her story. This is what she's telling the police officer.
Badly, and then it wouldn't get out of my consciousness. That's when I was having a problem of having the hell thing go on.
Okay.
It's the only thing I remember. I don't remember any IVs or anything.
Well, hey, at least we're all feeling better now. Right?
Yeah, I was so ready for that to feel over. I thought I actually broke my teeth because my jaw was clenched so hard, and I thought I was paralyzed. So when I was in the hospital, I couldn't move my hands or my legs or my feet or anything. They were all clamped. So when I started feeling more so inside my body and I could feel it and start moving, I just accepted the fact that I was going to be paralyzed. And then I said, wow, all because I was just trying to heal my liver. And I said, okay. No more. I said, at least my husband gets to feed me. My kids can run and jump on me, at least I'm alive. And then slowly but surely my body regained back its strength and I was able to start moving again. And I'm fine.
I just remember angels. This is crazy, but angels surrounding my bed and they were like, oh, you're back there, okay.
Okay, so angels surrounded her bed. And all the angels surround me, and now I'm back. This is still for her. She's selling it as a spiritual experience, some sort of enlightenment for herself and her work.
Yeah, because I was like, God, please help me.
praying so hard. But yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm just gonna be detoxing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
no
sounds
more,
like a-
no
that sounds
more,
like a
no more
plan.
Liver
shamanic,
detoxes. I'm gonna do the liver detoxing. No more.
no more shamanic journeys for us.
Yeah.
Quick question. So, how does this process work in regards to, the derangement and what that looks like? Just out of curiosity.
Okay, see, Jason's on it. Jason's like, he's the thinking guy in this group. He's like, okay, so because he knows why they're there. They're there to help his friend. I mean, or I don't know if it's his friend or not, but they're there to help the cameraman who got caught up and arrested in this. Now, he was eventually released.
You know this, Bruno?
So if he hasn't already, he's going to go before a judge. Judge is going to read a report, determine if there's probable cause for his arrest. When he determines there's probable cause, he'll establish a bond amount for him. Whether if he goes through a bail bondsman, it's usually 10% of whatever the bond is. If it's like $2,000, it's $200, or you can pay it outright, whichever. And then when the judge sets that bond amount, there's usually terms of release. It's usually, don't get in any more trouble, don't do any illicit substances or drink, 10 court dates, things like that. And then that's it, and just until he goes to court and gets all that figured out.
Because he had his hearing today, but we gave the statements today. So, how does that work?
That'll all go, the state attorney will have copies of it all, it'll all go in this case and whatnot.
So, it'll change possibly tomorrow now that the statements go through? Or?
It's gonna be all, reviewed by state attorney and everything. It's not like they're gonna look at it and be like, all right, free this man, let him be. It's still gotta go through the court system and everything, okay?
What was he arrested for?
Because he made the statement that he was preventing you guys from calling 911.
He said that?
He did. And that is, that's a big no. You can't do that. Whether you guys, are actually overdosing or you feel like you're overdosing or anything like that, if you want to call 911, you have every right to call 911.
Yeah. I think
Well,
it was,
everybody had their phones.
I could see my phone there.
Yeah.
I was like not aware of it.
I think it was a
I
thing
don't
where he
know.
just didn't, like I said, it's a hard when you had plenty
I don't
of
think he was
mushroom
like
drink
preventing
before.
me from, he was
He
like
didn't
more just
prevent
trying to
anybody.
keep me like awake because he was like scared I was gonna, as soon as I passed out, I was gonna die. So he kept lifting me up, lifting me up.
Mm-hmm.
So, but he said that?
He did.
No, I mean,
Because he
it's-
freaked out
it's
and
freak-
died.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, it makes sense when you're in a moment like that. It's just,
Well, regardless, I mean, the best advice for him would be if he gets in that situation again, just call him.
Just
and be
call
like,
911.
"Ah,
Yeah, I think
Especially
it's the
when-
worst panic attack. His
especially when
eyes
you're
were
the only
like
sober
kabalt,
one.
too.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel bad.
And I can imagine how scared he was.
Yeah, he was like having a panic. He was bulging. He didn't know what to do. Like, he was like having a panic attack in front of me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because it definitely could have got harder on him, because
That,
luckily you stayed somewhat conscious and whatnot, but if you started going down the same road as your wife,
everybody.
now he's got 3 people that he's got to manage on his own.
Yeah, absolutely. So how do we know when it's been updated in the system? I'm just trying to see how long
At
it
least the cameraman didn't do mushrooms.
would take for him.
So it's like 4:15 now. The state will probably be able to have the copies and review them sometime tomorrow, and then it's all dependent on their caseload. So
Gotcha.
Yeah, all this is gonna get, literally as soon as we get back to the station, this is gonna get attached to the report. And all that's gonna get sent over to the state attorney. They open up at 8 in the morning.
All right.
And then they'll go from there. These are my cards. I only got 2, so your wife can have one.
Absolutely.
It's got all my information on it. On the back is the case number to this specific case.
All right. Perfect.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
If you guys have any questions, myself, so.
Perfect.
Are you guys are going back home, correct? Or
Yeah, but we'll stay longer if we have to.
Make
To
sure
make sure that he's good. Yeah.
yeah, I'll be here for at least another week anyhow. So I can also make sure that he's good.
okay? Do you guys have any questions for us? Anything else?
I'm just so grateful, you guys.
Yeah.
Like I'm so grateful that you like
So
got me
helpful.
to breathe. Thank you. Yeah.
Just the location for the footage and everything like that. Or the name of the
I
location?
believe it's on the
Oh, it's on here.
say
Okay.
103 Bunker Hill Road.
Yeah, it's perfect.
It's not going to be put out publicly ever, right?
No,
Okay, good.
I mean it's going to be exempt because it's a medical call, everything like that, and there's going to be a lot of redactions. So don't worry about that.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, most they're really gonna be able to see is that something happened
Yeah.
and that there was footage, but I mean, most of it, since both of you were in the news the entire time, most of it's gonna be censored.
Maybe that was a good thing then.
Is it going to be put out online though?
No, because
Sorry?
we're naked.
Oh,
And the calls as
So-
well.
the calls won't be put out online. It won't be put online, will it?
If somebody
It's
knew
public-
and put a
yeah.
public records
It is-
request,
yeah.
but
Okay, and is there any way to keep that from going online?
No, not in the state of Florida.
Okay, so isn't it interesting? No, not in the state of Florida, not here either, because if we get access to this or to the body cam footage, which has been, there is access to it. That's why it's being played right here. This is perfectly legal and there's nothing Sarah can do about it. And isn't it interesting? And I'm just going to say this, that I'm the person who is showing this out of all the YouTube hosts out there. Somehow this found its way into my hands to release it online. I find that kind of be a sort of weird cosmic coincidence, considering the history between Sarah and I.
But like I said, you all experiencing a medical emergency,
Yeah, it's important.
you know,
Yeah.
on top of that, like I said, you guys were, you know, in your birthday suits, whatnot. Anything that's gonna be out there is gonna be heavily censored and edited.
Yeah.
Because
That's
we're
needed.
not gonna put all your stuff out there for the public to
Thank
see.
you.
And the calls, they had the calls on there as well.
Yeah, so there's going to be a whole call. There's going to be a whole call log that's basically the dispatcher for every radio transmission we made. The dispatcher is writing call logs.
Oh.
So you'll be able to get a copy of all of that when the report is finalized and submitted and overviewed by the sergeant. That's also going to be able to be for you guys to have as well.
Okay.
All that will be.
So I'm going to go to here. This is the second one. But before we do that, we're going to take a really quick break and come back. I do want to show you a little bit of the body cam footage that has been released online and bring that to your attention. Sewer King's going on at 2:30, Friday Freak Show. Okay, that ought to be interesting. But in the meantime, let me do a share here with Astral Records. And let me play. You know, one of the things, like, there was a few comments that have come in. There's some people that remember me talking about super soldier stuff and things like that in the past. And one of the people that just recently died was James Rink. And we're going to be doing a show about him pretty soon. Also, tomorrow, I'm going to have another psychic soldier on my show. Jerry Avalos is going to be here. And he's going to be here at 9 p.m. tomorrow night, Saturday. So I'm going to have a thumbnail and a show link on that coming up here pretty soon after I get done with this video. But one of the things that, has been going around that Sarah's been promoting and James Rink promoting was this med beds concept. Also, like, UFO people like Simon Parks, that people could go in these med beds and get healed and grow an arm or get regenerated. And, it's been associated to the Trump administration. It's become a right-wing conspiracy. Apparently, Trump knows about these beds. And it's been out there, but, it's kind of interesting that even though James Rink was pushing this med bed concept, he was not able to be healed, or did he not use what he was actually selling to the public because unfortunately, he is no longer with us. But I just want to make that point.
In a world of pain, A whisper starts to bloom of a secret chamber chasing away all gloom. They call them med beds, a futuristic dream. Med beds. Med beds. A promise so grand, but no real photos, just one giant hologram. They say they're coming, $1 billion plan. Don't show up in my scans, med beds. A promise so grand, but no real photos, just one giant hologram. They say they're coming, $1 billion plan. Don't show up in my scans. Please say Tesla built them in a lab far away, or aliens brought them for a brighter new day. Hidden in tunnels by the deep state's own hand, hoarded by the wealthy across the whole land. QAnon voices on Telegram, they shout, Trump will release them, no reason to doubt. A benevolent military will roll out the plan, free for all citizens, every woman and man. Oh, med beds.
Med beds, a promise so grand, but no real photos, just sand in your hand. A jumble of buzzwords, a child Star Trek plea, quantum frequencies for all to be free. But if it sounds too good, it's a dangerous art, a mirage for the desperate, breaking every heart.
They talk of bad frequencies and good to restore, a science that simply makes no sense anymore. The FDA warns us of devices unproven, hucksters and scams, their true motives are woven, charging small fees for a bed that's not there, leaving folks empty, lost in despair. When real help is needed, they turn you away for a fictional cure that will never see day. Oh, med beds.
Med beds, a promise so grand, but no real photos, just sand in your hand. A jumble of buzzwords, a child Star Trek plea, quantum frequencies for all to be free. But if it sounds too good, it's a dangerous art, a mirage for the desperate, breaking every heart.
So look for the evidence, the truth in the light. Don't fall for the fantasy in the dark of the night. For true healing comes from science and care, not from a med bed floating in thin air. Med beds! 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 Med beds!
All right, welcome back to Not My Rabbit Hole, and yeah, welcome back. Okay, so I'm going to show a little bit of footage here from the stream of the body cam footage before we get into Sarah's interview, and I have pulled that up here. And this is a stream that I did earlier this year. And I talk about it, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, here we're going to go with some of this footage. So let's start around here.
Caller having trouble pulling up an address is now very confused. The caller was possibly under the influence of call. Sure. And then where that address is? 137 North Beach, 137 North Beach. So I think anything wrong. Raising the beach. 10-4. Middle 14 for all units, please be advised fire rescue just called in and advised that one of the subjects on scene advised that another subject on scene is being violent. They could not advise further signal 14 from there. Over.
712, can you show me 51 as well?
1838.
Also, this took place in Jupiter, Florida, just so you know the location. Yeah, I'm noticing all the palm trees.
1838.
Don't pull any of the driveway. Don't pull off the road.
Perfect.
It's a bit of a long drive, isn't it?
That might be nice down here.
All right, they're gonna pull up here.
1839.
719 syndrome.
1839.
Now, this is an Airbnb. They rented an Airbnb, which is kind of smart because, you know, especially if you're going to do something like this, they were able to all get there and, you know, use it as a space to film in. Matter of fact, I have worked on a show. It was called Red Pill Nation in Louisiana, but they rented an Airbnb for my scene as well. So I think it's kind of maybe common practice with some filmmakers to use an Airbnb as a location.
717 1839.
We need to grab a med bag.
You're gonna grab it? She was wearing green fingernail polish.
Fire rescue's just coming on the north end.
197 as well.
1840.
This is it.
133. That is 137.
1840.
All right, so somebody, I just want to point out again, first thing you do is hear Sarah screaming, right? She's dying, she's tripping out, but her client is the one who's actually really ODing, but again, it's all about Sarah.
Police, open up! Police, open up! Open the door!
Open the door with your hands up!
Just turn the lock, open the door, come on.
Master lock. Yeah, it's for real estate. Yeah. Open the
I mean, they don't know what's going on here. They have no clue. There could be somebody with a gun. They could be doing something to women. I mean, obviously, look at his guns drawn. They have no idea what's going on. I mean,
door, police department. We can't help you if you don't open the door.
Ma'am, just undo the lock so we can get in.
There's been several doors. This is deadbolt. Yeah. I can't kick the deadbolt.
Yeah. You want to hold this? We'll go try to make it around.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to stay here?
Yeah. I'll do it.
Pat, go ahead.
Pat, you go less lethal, let Eric get lethal.
Ma'am, how many people are in the house?
Ma'am, open the door now.
Yep.
We can't help you if the door's not open. It's locked, ma'am. Open the door.
Just undo the lock, ma'am.
Let me get a Halligan in the door. She's in front of the door. She's sitting.
Ma'am, I need you to open the door.
Ma'am, we need you to unlock it, and then we can help.
Hey, come out here. Come on out. Come on out.
Come outside.
Just come out while we deal with this.
My wife needs medical attention. She's just in the bed.
Is that your wife over here?
So the lady that's crazy,
Okay.
she's the one that's
The lady that's crazy.
That's my wife. She's on the bed.
What's wrong with her?
Back there, I got one.
Look at the house so fast.
She just told me to call.
What is she on?
Ma'am, how many people are in there with you?
Okay. Do me a favor, stay out here while they clear the house.
Stay there with them for a second.
Okay. Okay. Do me a favor, just while they're doing everything, go ahead and take a seat, okay?
Yes, sir.
When did she take the mushrooms?
I got one other female with a phone.
A few hours ago?
I feel like I'm watching an episode of Cops.
And then I could add some type of assistance to take it out.
Trying to get
And by the way, Spooky, who's works with Stephen Cambion, edited this footage and this body cam footage, and I think he did an excellent job. So I just want to say kudos to Spooky.
Okay.
Okay. To save my life, you're gonna go and.
Are you guys running the house?
mushrooms, acid, heroin, shrooms. Shrooms.
Yes.
Okay.
So there's Sarah out of her mind while her client is ODing. I just want to point that out. Making more noise. Well, obviously she was semi-conscious.
One second, I gotta take care of some stuff.
Police department, if you're here, make yourself known.
Police department.
So one patient, he's on mushrooms, but he's feeling halfway decent. She's in her bed.
You got anything on you that's gonna post stick or break us? Is there any weapons in the house, anything like that?
Frank, hold on.
All right, go ahead and turn around for me.
There's one over here, one here. As far as I know.
Listen, you're not being arrested right now. You're just being detained so we can gather what's going on here.
Nobody else down there with you? No, sir. Are you aware of what's going on upstairs?
I'm gonna pop them upstairs and then we'll finish clear. All right, let's walk up here. No one else inside, right?
No, there's two other people.
There's two other people? Adults, children, and what? Okay, 2 adults. Yeah, we got at least one more adult. All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. Go ahead and take a seat. I'm just saying that from you, okay?
Police department.
And did you hear her say, like, I heard it. She said, I don't know what they gave us. She absolutely knows what they gave them. She brought the supply there, and later on in the footage, you'll see where they find it in her car. That right there is a lie. So it looks like Sarah is part of this. She's part of the documentary, but now again, she's playing like she's a victim of something other situation. She's not being honest right now. And yet we're to believe that she's tripping on mushrooms. I'm going to go with the thought that maybe this is just a little bit of an act.
Anybody else inside, make yourself known.
Yep.
I got one unconscious.
Police, anyone else in here?
Police, hello. Did you call 911? Police,
So you can imagine like what they're thinking coming on the scene, not knowing about a documentary about who Sarah is or anything like that. They're thinking that, I mean, they've got one naked woman and one scantily clad woman. Later on in the footage, you're going to see where it's blacked out. And you've got all this going on. They're thinking that, I don't know, they don't know what to expect. They think maybe these guys had these women held captive. They gave them, Sarah just said they gave us. She gave them. She gave them. Nobody gave her anything. She brought the drugs to the party.
Here. It's locked. Up here, bud. Hey, just so you know, one delirious, one unconscious, and he's sitting here waiting. Just so you know.
What'd you take?
One delirious, one unconscious.
All of you guys are taking mushrooms? Okay. And that's it? Okay.
So we got 3 adults. Where's the kid?
I think it was like a 4-year-old maybe. Hey guys, over here! Wrong house! This one!
Ma'am, would you like a towel?
She's just throwing up all over herself.
I woke up on my own.
When? How long ago?
I'm trying to die, but I can't die.
All right.
It's 2 hours ago.
Okay.
I was letting it work itself out. That's why I was down.
Where are they taking?
They just took mushrooms.
Was mushrooms? Nothing else today?
Nothing else.
Okay. All right. Something in the world, but
It was just, I know it takes time for it to work. That's why
so it's just you, him, and her here?
his wife, I don't know.
Okay. Where'd you guys come from?
Well, I'm from Charlotte.
Okay.
They're from Atlanta. I'm not sure where they're from, but I know they're
Unconscious, delirious, and sitting stable.
You got ID or anything?
They've all taken mushrooms.
They're not on.
We'll figure it out. How much did you take? None? Oh, so you're the smart one. I got you.
Yep. All right. You go.
All units on scene, 137 Northeast.
I'm sorry? They're working on her at the moment, so we'll see. Hey, how are you? So, yep, they're all asking for help. He's asking for help. She's unconscious. She's delirious on the other side. So
there's 3 patients?
3 patients altogether.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this here. All right. And bring myself back into the picture here. Hi. All right. So now I'm going to go to Sarah's footage of having the police investigation after this particular incident. And she is in the hospital. But before I do that, I'm going to play a couple songs. We're going to take a really quick break before we get there. Maybe I'll just play one song, but we'll be right back with more Not My Rabbit Hole.
intuitive healer. But Sarah lied, no empathy for the past, just a wicked spell she casts and proves the shower black. Shroom and fear, shroom and fear. Shroom and fear. Shroom and fear. Sarah the psychic, intuitive healer, the shroom dealer squealer. She almost died, but Sarah lied. But Sarah no empathy for the past, just wicked spells she casts and poops the shower blast. Shroom and fear. Shroom and Shroom and
All right, all right. So, welcome back to Not My Rabbit Hole. And just previously, I was showing some of Stephen Cambion's footage that he had, the body cam footage. That's, he said it's okay if I mirrored it from his channel. At the end of the stream, at some point today, I will link his footage from his channel, as well as my commentary on the same body cam footage. We both notice different things, and so I recommend that you hear both of us add our takes to that particular footage. Stephen Cambion and I have been covering Sarah Rachel Adams and what she does online, saying that she's a psychic, intuitive healer, he actually had Sarah do some, he tested her psychic powers on his show and had her do a healing for a friend of his that claimed to have cancer, that she believed had cancer. The person really didn't have cancer. And so Sarah went through the reading as if he did have cancer, giving her recommendations to him when the whole thing was just an actual setup. So, that is kind of the starting point of, Stephen Cambion busting Sarah as a fake psychic grifter. And so here we are today where Sarah she's Native American shamanic healer using mushrooms to heal Amanda Harvey, who happens to be the comedian Steve Harvey's daughter-in-law, in a mushroom ritual. She's to help her with being a Reiki master to heal her illness that pertains to her liver, even though she gives her synthetic mushrooms from a dispensary that she brings over from Washington, D.C. And I'm going to go ahead and start that police investigation right now. And it's going to take probably a few minutes before you hear her come into this. So, okay. I'm going to move it along a little bit until you see.
Yeah. And it's easier to review back, okay?
Yeah.
So just real quick, Miss Adams, you are Sarah Adams, correct?
Yes, I'm Sarah Adams.
How old are you, Sarah?
39.
39, okay. Do you know what state you're in?
Yes, I am in Florida.
Okay, do you know where you are right now?
Yes, I'm in I think it's the Jupiter Hospital.
Yeah?
Yes.
Do you know what year it is?
Yes, it is 2024.
Okay, all right, sounds good to me. So real quick, I understand you had another incident today. Can you kind of tell me about that? Did you guys take more stuff?
No.
Okay.
So actually, I'm doing a documentary right now, and I'm Native American, so I do like shamanic journeying. It's been pleasant for many years, nothing negative. I took a strain of shrooms.
So she's Native American and she's doing a documentary.
Are from the dispensary that I guess are like modified, so I wasn't aware they're going to be like way different than what I usually take.
Those are those Enigma ones?
Yes, I never had them. So I've had the other ones but those were, I started, like I took it, I couldn't breathe. We had a cameraman and it was like, then I realized, like, when I took the shrooms, I realized something was wrong. I'm like, oh, this is not normal. So I tried to, like, vomit them out. Then I, like, got in the shower to try to feel the cold shower, but then I couldn't even feel the water. Then I was, like, it's another reality, and it was, like, really, really intense. And so I just, like, I don't remember after that much of anything other than, like, just trying to crawl out and be like, I need help, we need to get my stomach pumped if I come back to. And apparently I like fought with some of the personnel that tried to help me. I don't even remember any of that. And I knew I was gonna die. And then like, I just woke up with like the breathing tube. And I found out that my friend, she had passed out too and was like basically not breathing or something like that. And basically, after that, I was let out of the hospital. I went home. I was fine. I just didn't eat anything because I didn't have any appetite. And this morning when I woke up.
So it seems like she went to the hospital, was released, wasn't feeling well, and went back again. And this is the cop finding her in the hospital the second time.
Because we were clearing out our stuff from the Airbnb. I started to I was like, oh, first of all, in the night, I like sweated really bad, which isn't normal with me. And it was like, oh, wait a minute. Like, I woke up and I'm like, well, I'm really weak. I could barely like walk around. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. I almost fainted. I was like so short of breath. and I just had to lay on the couch. I couldn't move like this. And I was like trying to vomit. I was like trying to breathe. Honestly, I think it's too, because I was super dehydrated. I didn't eat anything. I was super dehydrated. Plus, I think it was also the fact that my body's so weak from doing all of these, like fighting with the police officers, not getting. I didn't sleep, by the way, till last night. So I didn't sleep for like 2 days after, because like I don't know why, it was the stuff from the shoes, but
Yeah, sounds terrible.
yeah. So I think I just like my body is taking such a beating from this, and yeah, that's what happened. So then what happened is my friend Jason called, right? He's like, call 911. He called 911. So just to make sure that I'm okay after having my voice is like this because of the tube and stuff. I was like, we just need to make sure that I'm okay. So I just called 911. Yeah. So that's what it is. Yeah.
Okay, all right. And you said you picked up the mushrooms from a dispensary? What kind of dispensary? Where was that?
It's in Washington, D.C., so it was a dispensary in Washington, D.C., and they're legal dispensary. They gave me them with some CBD. Basically, we wanted to do them on the beach to have like an experience. Okay. I am gonna let the
Okay, so let me just let me reiterate you how these laws work. Now, this synthetic form of mushrooms might have been actually legal, like kind of like the synthetic form of marijuana was like, I think it was called K2, was sold at, sometimes like head shops and things like this because there was no jurisdiction to it. I mean, ecstasy was legal for a while, just being sold anywhere when there was no laws surrounding it. This is not uncommon, but what does happen is, and if you are like, and also there might be a state that has legalized mushrooms now in, I might look up and see if Washington DC has legalized mushrooms or not. Let me come right back on that.
So when you say dispensary, just so I'm clear, it's like you have to have like a medical license to go there?
No, they just like give you. You don't have to have anything. They just give you it all like that. And I didn't take, the funny thing is I didn't take very many of them. So, because I'm used to taking higher doses of like the other ones that I usually take. I was like, okay, I'm not taking a large amount of these. I'm going to take a smaller amount. And then that's when I knew like something was really, really wrong. So I'm like going to call them and let them know, because they were like, this is a new strain. And this is like, you're going to just feel chill and whatever. I didn't expect to go into like what I would do and have that experience.
So you picked them up in DC, and then did you guys take them when you were in DC, or like how did you guys end up in Florida having this kind of?
Because they flew down from Abu Dhabi, and I just kind of like, I'm like, well, let's take some of my shrooms, because I was headed over to Cali, or let's just take, because we want to take some shrooms to have.
Okay, so let me. I do want to point out, like he's taught. See, the cop is asking her about the mushrooms and the dispensary, and did you take it on the plane, and things like this, right? Because okay, so it is here. Here's what's up with yes. Psilocybin mushrooms are legal to possess and gift nonprofit in Washington, D.C., thanks to the 2020 initiative B1, making them personal use items like cannabis, but large-scale sales for profit remain illegal, focusing on decriminalization and personal liberty rather than commercialization. So decriminalization, DC decriminalized entheogenic plants and fungi, including psilocybin, under the Entheogenic Plant and Fungus Policy Initiative 81. Possessing and gifting adults 21 plus can possess and share without payment psilocybin mushrooms similar to marijuana laws. No commercial sales. This does not create a legal market for buying or selling psilocybin for profit. That remains against the law. Focus on personal use. The goal was to deprioritize enforcement for personal use and natural psychedelics, not to establish dispensaries. So how the law reads, and these are, and California was kind of like this when they legalized marijuana. But how the law reads is a person is able to possess it. It doesn't sound like it's supposed to be sold at a dispensary. It's not like medical marijuana, but so probably what happened at this Washington, D.C. dispensary is they were selling a synthetic form of it. That way they're kind of bypassing this particular law, and there's no law on the synthetic level. But if you were to grow mushrooms or have them and you weren't selling them to somebody else, right? Like being a dealer or whatever, you could it would be legal for you to possess them, but it cannot be sold like per se, let's say at a dispensary. Now, there are certain personalities like Cheech and Chong that do have their own mushroom product. I don't know the legality on that, so I should probably do a follow-up show on these kind of topics. I just didn't have that plan for today, but I do wanted to know about what's happening with Washington, because what's happening here is Sarah has gotten this product and taken it across state lines. Now, because that product may not have any jurisdiction, that might be why she's still just walking away with no problem, because that product that she got at the dispensary really wasn't mushrooms. Now, what would determine what was going on here, the other stuff is, where did she get the organic mushrooms? Because she talks about having another name and something from toads, that she had more than one type of mushroom product. If let's say she got those products or she got those mushrooms in Washington, and she has a large enough amount of that looks like she is possibly using them for distribution under the law, and she goes across state lines, even if it's okay to possess those mushrooms in Washington, D.C., she is not allowed to possess those mushrooms in Florida. That does not, and I know Florida, mushrooms are not legal at all. And all they have is medical marijuana. They don't even have recreational marijuana. Now, I know the president has brought it down to a class 3. I'm not sure what that does legally now today in between, but you have to realize this was a year ago before Donald Trump did that. So basically what Sarah has done, and this is what he's looking into, I'm pretty sure this is what the cop is looking into, is that the felony, it's a felony to transport a class 1 drug across state lines, or an illegal substance from one state to the other that has different lines. It's this thing that happens. In fact, Tommy Chong went to prison because he had a business that sold a bong with his face on it, and it was mailed across state lines from his son's company, and he did the time for that. For his son, basically, and how those laws work. And that's why this conversation is happening here. But Sarah doesn't really get that, right? I mean, she doesn't realize what's happening legally when she's being interrogated. It is what it appears to be. So I'm going to continue here.
Like that journey, and then that's what happened.
So you took them over in California?
No, I was headed to California, from here to California, and I was like, we're gonna take some of my shrooms.
Okay, so you pick them up there, you come down, you pick them up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and then when you say they, are you referring to
My
the other?
friends, yeah.
Those are the other 2 people?
Yeah, and
Mr. and Mrs. Harvey?
nobody forced anybody.
Okay.
They just took them, and then she took a smaller dose than me, which is really crazy. And I didn't take a big dose. She took an even smaller dose. And then we started having bad reactions where we couldn't breathe, which is not normal from shrooms at all. I don't smoke weed. I've had gummies way a long time ago when I had strip surgery. My doctor, and more into natural stuff, my doctor was gave me gummies for the pain rather than giving me pain meds because I don't like pain meds. And honestly, I've never had where I couldn't breathe. I stopped breathing. I literally was trying to stick my hands to open my breathing pipe because I could not breathe, which is very crazy. But that's all we didn't take it with anything else. We just took the shrooms, that's it. We had some fruit beforehand.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the airplane let you get on with the mushroom?
No, I drove my car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I drove my car.
That's the one with like the Maryland plates or something like that?
Yes, that's
Oh,
what
okay.
it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The police took the shoes. We didn't have very many, but they took them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't have any more. That was all I had for
Yeah,
that journey.
probably for the best.
I never take shoes after this.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but I'm doing like a vice documentary, so we had like a cameraman there because I am Native American, so I do like a lot of shamanic work.
Mm-hmm.
So she's saying I'm doing a Vice documentary, which is on Netflix. And again, I want to reiterate that when a production company is doing something like this that involves an illegal drug, because normally in the entertainment business, I guess on a reality show, you could actually show the contestants drinking alcohol, because when I was on Last Comic Standing and we were living in the house, we had real beer and there was cameras everywhere and we were allowed to drink on set, but we were not allowed to smoke marijuana. It was legal then, and if we had been caught having it, we would have been fired from the show. So, but if you're working like, let's say, in a scripted show where, you know, you are on set in a movie and in the movie you're drinking at a bar, that alcohol is not real for the extras or for the actors. It is fake, and it's basically illegal to do it. In the adult film industry, you can't even depict anybody having any type of alcohol in it. That's considered illegal. So the laws are different for different reasons. So regardless, if this was really a documentary film and it was in a production where something was signed or whatever, Netflix or Vice, the production company, could be liable for a near-death experience underneath the contract of a documentary, unless there was some sort of like signing or agreement. So we're getting into this really legal, murky area. If what she says is true, and she's just maybe this documentary never really had a deal with Netflix yet or Vice. They're doing it in hopes of, and people sometimes say they have something when they don't. But if they do, there could be some legality going on here, potentially.
Never like expected that, but I will never take any strain ever again. That's been.
So you had a camera, so you guys were like doing film, videography?
Yeah, but he had, I guess when he realized that he didn't start rolling any of the footage, like when he realized something was really wrong, he just like didn't care about the camera, was trying to help me, because I was like, I told him, I'm like, go get ice and throw it on me to bring me back, and like, I was like trying to give him instructions, like help me, like something's really wrong, this is not normal. Because we filmed other journeys together and nothing like this has happened. So was not something like common.
And when he films, does he use like his phone? Does he use a camera?
He uses like a camera, and he's like he's cameraman, but he didn't film this. Which is he didn't film this. Like, that's the thing. Like, he stopped rolling the footage, and he was like, he turned off the camera. Was like, something's wrong, because I said, I just like stop and come and help me. Something is really wrong, and that's when. And then he was like trying. He like had severe panic attack poor night, and he was like trying to help me over and over again. I was like yelling instructions to him because I lost full mobility. My body was just like laying like that, and I couldn't. But then I couldn't die. I felt like it was done, but I couldn't come back. But it was a really crazy what experience. So.
And then who rented the Airbnb?
The Harveys.
The Harveys rented it.
Yes.
Okay. And so it was their Airbnb.
Yeah, and I just.
And they were in Abu Dhabi, you said?
They came from Abu Dhabi.
Okay. So how'd you guys communicate to like meet up and everything? He's like.
Yeah, we were just like, we're gonna go do a shoe journey on the beach, like some shows on the beach. So.
I got it. But obviously, you didn't just yell it out into the world and they heard you. Did like you texted about it or called them? You like texted them, you called them, FaceTime.
Yeah, we've already planned, because we've done, like I said, other journeys, because we're doing a documentary series. So we've already done other journeys. So we're like, we planned, we're gonna go, and do some shows on the beach. It'll be chill and cool. And then it turned into this disaster, basically.
Okay. And then you said something about being a healer. You're like a doctor or something? Or?
No, so I don't know if you know what Reiki is. It's like energy healing. That's what I work on.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what you do, is your chosen profession?
Yes.
Okay. You pretty successful in it?
very, very successful in it.
Yeah, look, she now she's a Reiki healer. I've never heard her say that she was Native American before and that she was a shaman and a Reiki healer. I mean, this is a new spin from the Sarah that I met back in 2015. At that time, she was, coming out of Miles Johnston. She was a super soldier. She was Merovingian. She mostly spoke French, and she grew up in France. And she was very sheltered, and all this kind of story. And then it goes into her being in cages and underground, and like she falls into the whole like Montauk kind of super soldier, talking to ETs and understanding the divine of everything and opening portals. That's been Sarah's spiel. She got into this psychic reading stuff with, these celebrities where she paid somebody else way less to do the actual psychic reading. Meanwhile, she was a poser gaining all this money. And now she is, she's Native American doing a documentary for Vice about how she's healing people with, shrooms. And, one of the patient of hers, as Amanda Harvey puts it, my teacher, she was there to help her with a liver issue that she has, and an illness with her liver. And she gave him the synthetic mushrooms. Let me just repeat this again, that she picked up from a dispensary in Washington, D.C., brought over state lines, don't know the legality of that, or some other mushrooms that she traveled the state lines with. But she gave this synthetic to somebody who has a liver problem. Liver is part of your processing of things like foods, digestions, whatever, alcohol. It cleans you, it processes the toxins out of her, but she's trying to heal somebody with something chemical, synthetic, that apparently maybe Amanda's body wasn't able to process as quickly as others.
And then I use things like, like herbs and stuff to detox. I've done that for years because I was.
Okay, so there's a little break there.
This is how I got into this too. Okay. And then because I have like Native American Blackfoot, I was like, well, since conventional medicine, I'm going to look into. And then I went back to so I'm into like channeling energy stuff, which I'm very good at. And they hired me as their coach. So I helped Amanda actually heal when she was doing very unwell, dying basically once, because she was very sick. Mm-hmm. So I have a lot of like celebrities that I work with.
Okay, and then how does that work with the healing and stuff? Just because I'm not trying to judge or anything, I just don't understand.
It's Reiki. I don't know do you know what Reiki is?
No,
it's about like channeling energy. It's a big thing. A lot of us do it. It's like basically like it's also like vision meditation, things like that, and basically meditation, channeling energy. It's like a big thing right now in LA where I'm from. And like a lot of celebrities do it, a lot of coaches, we do it. And it's also my culture. We believe in spirits and we believe in spiritual healing. So it's something in my Native American culture that we do.
And you said Mrs. Harvey had hired you as a coach to do that?
Yes.
So what does that normally entail when you're her coach? Like, what do you do?
So I don't prescribe doing shrooms or anything. This is just for us to go have like this cool fun time of like. I do like Reiki energy, which is channeling, and I do guided meditation. So that's what I've done with her. Okay,
so you do meditation, and I know they said there was like some sage and
things like that.
Okay.
Sage drumming, things like that.
Okay, and then the mushrooms, that was just like
we were just like, oh, we're gonna go do it. We're all besties. We're all gonna just because we became best friends. We're all just gonna go do it and have a good time.
All right. And is there any more of the mushrooms or any other stuff?
No.
One of the officers said something about there was like toads or something like that.
Yeah, but that was with a shaman who's already left. They came over and they gave combos. So combo is a Peruvian medicine. It's completely legal too. and it's just a total mess. We had that like going on 5 days ago. So that leaves the system, if you Google it.
If I remember right, when you actually look at the body cam footage, at the very end of it, they find bee mushrooms and stuff like that in her car. So she's talking about another shaman coming in and having these other mushrooms, but she had herself, I believe, a combination of things in her own possession.
It's not something that stays in the system. It's also completely like safe. It's shamans do it throughout the United States, throughout Peru, and yeah, we did that like 5 days ago. But I don't have those substances. They're not mine. They're actually the shamans, and yeah, again, those are completely like.
And they brought it to the house you guys were renting and everything?
Yes, they came and they did a shamanic ceremony, which we did film that ceremony. It was a very beautiful ceremony. There was nothing wrong. It was like really great, and everything was just beautiful. And that's how I expected the shroom journey to go.
Okay, well, it just turned out a little different.
Yeah, it went the opposite complete way, and yeah, so that's completely it, honestly. So.
Okay. And then deciding to do all this here. I know you said you were doing the documentary, so you hired the cameraman and everything?
No, it's their cameraman.
Okay.
But we have we're going to send some of the footage back to the TV series that we're doing for Vice, because Vice, does a lot of documentaries on this sort of stuff.
Okay, so the question is this on spec, or was this contractual with Netflix?
And then how were you just gonna take that with you?
We just send them we just would send the cameraman just uploads the footage, and then they just shoot it to the studio, and they edit it, and I don't do any of that. That's not,
I got you.
Because they're also, Bryce is working with Netflix right now to do a show about all of this stuff. Basically, they're also bringing in the experiences, both the good and bad in it, which is clearly this is good.
No, I wonder if Netflix is going to show this part.
Good experience to tell people not to do the hybrid strains of shrooms, because it can be very devastating.
And then
hybrid strains of shrooms. All right, let's look that up while she's talking.
So was it your idea? Was it the cameraman's idea? Was it the Harvey's idea?
It wasn't the cameraman's idea. He was just hired. It was all of our idea together. Like I said, we just all kind of talk about stuff, and then we're gonna go do this journey. That's
You guys were like, hey, we'll
that's
all
it.
kind of meet in the same area and do that.
People are like, let's just go smoke some weed. It's but it was kind of let's go do some shrooms.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right. So is there any more illegal substances in the home?
No, there's not.
Vehicle.
All right. So I found some information here. Bear with me on this. Okay. I looked it up, and what determines hybrid form of shrooms is, yes, there are hybrid forms of shrooms, though advanced cultivation and breeding techniques, mycologist and home growers have successfully created hybrid strains of both edible and psychoactive mushrooms. Okay, so this is all in the entire mushroom family. Hybridization involves combining the genetic material of two different mushroom strains or closely related species to produce a new organism with desirable traits from both parents, such as increasing potency, faster growth rates, or better resistance to contaminants. Spore crossing, blah, 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 blah. Penis envy variants. Several varieties exist, including albino penis envy and penis envy uncut. What? Many of which are hybrids or genetic isolation resulting from intensive selection processes. Novel species crosses, while more difficult, some interspecies crosses have been documented between very close relatives, such as a cross between Psilocybe cubensis and Psilocybe natalensis. So, Trinity is known as the 3-way psychedelic mushroom hybrid. So yeah, you can hybrid do a hybrid of them, and they might be more potent. But let's keep away from saying that. Is she talking a hybrid with a chemical? This is a synthetic form of it. So what part of it is natural and what was that mixed with? That's not necessarily what you call a hybrid. So I wanted to point that out.
The shrooms I got from the dispensary.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was nothing else. There was no marijuana.
No, I don't smoke with marijuana. No, we don't do any of those sort of things.
Okay.
Given that she had taken
our idea together.
Let's go back a little bit. If she had taken a substantial amount of marijuana across the lane, she could be federally prosecuted because Florida is not recreational, and you're not allowed to transport even marijuana across state lines. Okay, let me just point that out. So let's go back a little bit.
Very devastating.
Yeah, wait.
Because Vice, does a lot of documentaries on this sort of stuff. So yeah.
And then how were you gonna take that with you?
We just send them we just would send the cameraman just uploads the footage, and then they just shoot it to the studio. They edit it, and I don't do any of that. That's not,
I got you.
Because they're also, Vice is working with Netflix right now to do a show about all of this stuff.
Okay.
Basically, they're also bringing in the experiences, both the good and bad in it, which is clearly this is good learning experience to tell people not to do the hybrid strains of shrooms because it can be very devastating.
And then so was it?
But what was devastating is not the hybrid; it was the synthetic. Okay, so that statement is kind of ambiguous right now that she's making.
Yeah, was it the cameraman's idea? Was it the Harvey's idea?
It wasn't the cameraman's idea. He was just hired. It was all of our idea together. Like I said, we just all kind of talk about stuff, and then we're gonna go do this journey. That's
You guys were like, hey,
yeah,
we'll all kind of meet in the same area and do that.
People are like, let's just go smoke some weed. It's it was kind of let's go do some shrooms.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right. So is there any more illegal substances in the home?
No, there's not.
Vehicle, nothing like that?
No.
Okay.
There was just the shrooms I got from the dispensary.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was nothing else? There was no marijuana?
No, I don't smoke with marijuana. No, we don't do any of those sort of things.
Okay.
Shamanic medicine is different. It has to do nothing with crack or anything, where all of those are, no.
I got you. I'm not trying to judge anything.
Yeah.
I know they found marijuana on the scene. That's why I'm trying to establish how that.
Yeah, that was not mine. I don't smoke marijuana. It might have been, I think it was actually our camera guy's, but he got it from a dispensary in the area, so it's legal. That was his Yeah, we went to the dispensary and they sold it to him, so there would be no way otherwise to sell it to him.
And that was here in this kind of area?
Yes, that was, because I gave him a right to do it the night before, because he didn't take any of the shrooms. He smokes. Is it for that? That's what he told me.
Okay.
Yeah. So we weren't smoking the cannabis, and we didn't mix them either.
Okay, that's probably good. Probably wouldn't matter.
Yeah, I don't smoke weed, so.
I got you. All right, so just to run through, so I kind of got an idea of all that occurred. So the Harveys are over in Abu Dhabi. The cameraman's wherever he is doing cameraman things. You're at your home, I assume.
I was at my assistant's in DC.
Okay, so you're at your assistant's in DC. You end up picking up some mushrooms. You all guys kind of talk. You and the Harveys. Hey, let's have a fun time. I gotta go to California. Let's all meet up. You guys come down.
Yeah, we can get some footage for the series that we're
For the
doing.
documentary. I got you. So you go. You have the shaman come out, and you guys do the what would you call it?
It was called combo.
Combo. Okay. So you did the combo. Everything's cool. Good with that.
Yeah, we had a great time.
He goes about his day. You guys are enjoying the rest of your time here, and then.
So they were supposed to fly out today, and we were going to they were supposed to fly out today, and we were going to finish off our shroom. We were gonna rest yesterday, the day before, do our whole shroom journey, and then rest.
We're gonna fly. We're gonna finish them off. We're gonna finish off our shrooms, the whole shroom journey. then rest. So they were going to do it again, it looks like. I mean, that's what it sounds like to me.
Yesterday, and then they were going to fly out today, and then I was going to head out to California. And then basically the whole thing happened, and then like the cameraman got arrested.
Okay, that was the goal. They weren't going to do that again. Okay, I get it. That was what they were going to do before the disaster happened.
There, last night comes around, you're still feeling kind of sick.
I was actually feeling good last night. I was like, oh, good. I was just so grateful, like that I was feeling so much better. I was a little tired. I'm like, I haven't had sleep. I'm gonna go to sleep. I didn't eat yesterday, so I think maybe 2 hours a week from that. I have an appetite, kept feeling kind of a bit nauseous from the shrooms because like they made me so nauseous. And then this morning I got about like 5:30 to start packing, and I'm like, oh, that's when
that's when everything starts.
Yeah, and I told Jason, I was like, Jason, just call 911, and he called 911, and they were trying to help me like sit up because I was just like I couldn't.
And then I know Mr. and Mrs. Harvey got transported too. Were they kind of feeling the same ill effects, or?
Yeah, it was really crazy. So she actually stopped breathing too, and she like took her clothes off and tried to get into the. She got cold. She said though.
This was this morning?
No, this was a couple of days ago.
Okay, because they got transported in this morning.
They did?
Yeah.
Their hair?
I don't know if they're here.
Well, a couple days later or whatever, or like a little bit time later, they're back in the hospital again. And I find that to be, so this, what happened to them affected them for a few days.
I know they got taken to the hospital then. They wanted to go.
This morning?
About an hour or two after you came over here, they got transported as well.
Are they here?
I don't know if they're here or not. I can ask the doctors, but it's kind of like a patient confidentiality thing. So if you want, I can do is I can ask them, and then I gotta talk to
make
them.
sure that Amanda's okay. Like that's I don't know what strain. Like we didn't take anything else at the strain for the dispensary, and he said it was totally okay. Like he was on the phone with Jason and he was like, oh yeah, you guys need to try this strain. And I had like this feeling about it. I was like, I'm a Taurus. I don't like trying new things. First of all, I had a feeling like, let's not do this new strain. And then it was like, well.
It's interesting how she mentions I'm a Taurus, like her astrological sign is going to make a difference.
Jason's like, yeah, we'll just try it. So it's that strain of mushrooms for some reason. And I think I'm going to call the dispensary and let them know because this is not normal. I nearly died. They like stuck a breathing thing through. Like, this is not normal.
Yeah, no, that's not anything anybody wants to be doing.
Yeah, and oh my God, they're here too.
I don't know if they're at this hospital or not. I just know they got transported as well because they're having a rough time. So
wow.
That's kind of why we're trying to figure out what's going on because now
it's the shrooms. Do you guys you could contact the dispensary. I can get this dispensary name and ask about it.
Yeah, do you know what the name was?
Let me ask my sister.
So she's pushing it off on the dispensary now. It's not my fault. It's the shrooms.
Oh, what's the location? My boyfriend wants to come here.
Jupiter Medical Center.
Wow, that's so crazy. So, let me ask my assistant.
Did your assistant get them for you, or?
No, she was there with me when I got them, so she knows the name of the dispensary.
I got you.
I'm gonna ask her up real quick. Hey, babes, so remember when I went to the dispensary to get those shrooms? Well, anyhow, something's wrong because apparently Jason and Amanda are back in the ER too. So we need to figure out to contact the shroom place because it's clearly the shrooms. Like, I was having a hard time reading this morning. Do you remember the name of the dispensary? Yeah, go ahead and grab that for me. Remember how he said like to try the Enigma ones? That they're like some strain? Yeah. Yeah, okay, go ahead and pull that up. Because like this morning I couldn't barely breathe and apparently like Jason and Amanda are back in the hospital. So they're gonna contact the dispensary and ask questions about the shrooms. It's the promo Komoko DC weed and shroom delivery. So it's PROMOCO space DC weed and shroom delivery. Their phone number is 202-285-4560. Yeah, I guess like. Yeah, so come in.
Hey there.
Hi. I'm gonna let you go. Okay,
Hey, how are you
I'll speak like update soon. Okay. Hi.
Hey, can I go over results or?
So we are recording just because there's an interview, so.
Oh, okay, I'll step out, I'll come back.
Okay.
It was good though. Alright, so I'll come back and update you with everything we're going to.
Oh, here I come. Did you already?
Okay, there. Obviously, there's some stuff that's
Okay.
redacted.
Time. Thank you. Yeah, if we want to contact them and ask them like any information about those shrooms, I don't know, but I like I said, I've done stuff before. We all have. This was not normal. I literally felt like I've been poisoned, like literally poisoned by something.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely see what we can do on that aspect of it, because that's going to be a problem, especially if we keep recommending that to people and some of
Well,
the.
I haven't recommended it to any.
No, I didn't mean
yeah,
you.
yes, this is what I'm thinking. I'm like, because like I'm healthy, like I'm a very healthy person, and so is Amanda. This is not normal. I literally like was like, oh my god, I felt like.
She says, I haven't recommended it to anybody, but she did in the past. Maybe she wasn't after this, but she did recommend it, and she did administer it in her healing shamanic mushroom ritual.
I looked at myself after this is not normal from like taking some just shrooms. I don't smoke weed, I don't party, I don't drink, I don't do any of those things. Sometimes I do some shroom journeys, that's it. I eat very healthy, I don't do any fast food, any of that. I'm very, very healthy for my age. And I just did my blood test, my doctor's like, you're very, very healthy. And so like this is not normal taking a meeting like this from some shrooms.
Yeah.
So you guys need to like really look into this, because I'm thinking I'm a healthy person and I took a meeting like this, so is Amanda. She's a model, she's a supermodel by the way. I can't imagine somebody who has like more ill health taking something like this. It can kill them. Like I nearly died. So I'm hoping, I was gonna ask if you guys can look into that.
Yeah, that's definitely something's going to come in, because these kind of situations happen. We got to kind of look into it, because
Yeah,
luckily in this case it didn't happen, but people can die from these.
I almost died. I was the one they put a breathing. I almost died. Yeah, they put a breathing.
Almost died. Clip that.
Yeah, I think they did both.
Yeah, that's not normal. And I swear up and down, we didn't take it. We're not like that. We didn't take anything else except the shrooms, and so we ate some fruit beforehand. So we ate fruit, because I was like, well, if we eat fruit, it won't be so intense later, you know. So, and Jason's very healthy too. Like, this is not normal.
Okay, all right. And then, okay. All right, so Miss Adams, given that we kind of got to look at all aspects of this and everything, we're going to get into this next part, okay?
We're gonna what?
We're going to get into this next part, okay?
Okay.
So I have two forms for you. You can send the search forms, okay? I'm going to explain why I'm giving you these in just a second.
Okay.
Now, you understand what he's saying. He said you're being sent search forms. So they're going to search her car and search her stuff because of what happened. So this is the level that this is at right now, or was.
Sent the search forms. The reason is there is probable cause to believe that.
Like, here he's going to say the reason is because there is probable cause to believe there. Here we go.
There is evidence of this whole ordeal possibly contained on your cell phone as well as in your vehicle.
Evidence
of what happened these last 2 days.
Yeah, I didn't film it.
I got you.
Evidence of potential illegal drug trafficking and possession. That's what they're looking at here. Transportation across state lines.
We do have probable cause. We can go before a judge, get a search warrant.
Probable cause for what?
to initiate a search warrant. That's what I'm gonna say. So we can do that process. We're gonna have your card and your cell phone for however long it takes the state to sign off, the judge to sign off, and then
She literally doesn't get it yet.
search, the extraction, all that to be done. Or it's completely up to
Did I
you.
do something wrong?
We're gonna get into that. Or if you'd like, you fill out the consent to search. The consent search, you're not required to. You can tell me, no, I don't want to do that. If you do decide to do it at any point in time, you can call the PD there, the phone number, as well as the website and the fax number is on there, and say, hey, I don't want anybody going through my stuff anymore. And then that's the end of it. We can't go through it anymore because you broke consent, okay?
Okay, so I need to know a little bit more information because I don't have any issues on me.
Okay.
I don't have anything illegal in my car, no weed, no
Well,
nothing.
you picked up these products in another state.
They were in her car. There was stuff in her car in the body cam footage.
You
Yeah,
then drove down to the state of Florida,
yeah,
okay?
yeah.
And then you and several of your friends took them,
Yeah,
and
we all took
three of you
them.
almost died twice now.
Yeah,
Okay, that's kind of a big deal. You can't have mushrooms in the state of Florida.
There it is, right? So he's saying you took mushrooms, you brought them over across state lines, and you cannot have, and 3 people almost died, and you can't, or at least 2, right? And you can't have mushrooms in the state of Florida, let alone, here comes the other part.
I don't know all the ones that did. You definitely can't supply them to other people. I get
All the ones that you did, and she's definitely supplying them to other people. All right.
didn't know that.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of this.
Okay, well, and that's fine, and that will be taken into consideration at the end of the day, but we still have to investigate this. 3 people have almost died 2 nights in a row.
3 people have almost died 2 nights in a row. Clip it.
So am I under arrest or something?
You're not under arrest, you're in the hospital, all that.
Am I allowed to get out of the hospital to go to my boyfriend's house or?
Yeah.
Okay. And
You're not detained or anything
what
like that.
about my stuff? How long will it be before I get it back?
It depends. Like I said, I know your car. If you decide you want to do the consent to search, we're gonna go through it as quick as we can, and then we'll have the keys at the police station, so you can come back to them. We'll give you the keys.
I don't have my ID on me though to pick it up. My ID's like at the house and everything. The only thing I have is my phone.
They're gonna know it's you. It's a pretty small department. We'll
Okay.
know it's you.
Yeah, of course you guys can search my car. I don't mind
Okay.
that.
All right.
It was like, honestly, it was like Jason and Amanda, we talked about how we had another how I had another shoe, and we just all said, yeah, we're gonna do a shoe journey. That was it, honestly. It wasn't like I was providing, it wasn't like I'm trafficking drugs or anything. Does that make sense? It was just like, oh, we're friends, we're gonna take some shoes, we're gonna have a pleasant time.
Okay. You have a Lexus SUV, correct?
Yes, it's a great SUV.
Okay. All right, man, we can read this real quick. You want me to turn the light on so it's a little easier to see?
Yes.
Okay, let's see if I can get this sorted. I'm pretty sure I can. Oh my God.
You're good, I can see it. Here, I'll sign this.
Okay, so all it is I, Sarah Adams, as the property manager or owner of the Lexus SUV, hereby give permission to the Jupiter Island Public Safety Department to conduct a search. Okay, so all it is signature there. And today's date is October 23rd.
Is this zero? I'm sorry.
23.
So this is October 23rd, but when we listened to Jason and Amanda, it was October 22nd when they gave those other affidavits. So they went to the hospital after that police investigation. That's interesting. They went back to the hospital after they did those other statements for the cameraman. This is a day afterwards that they came in and then individually interviewed Sarah while she was in the hospital. That's how this went down.
I'm just going to sign this. I'm just signing as a witness because I watched you sign it.
Yeah, it was honestly just like really like innocent. Like I don't know what happened.
I got you. And if that's all it is, we'll try and get through it as quick as we can. The other thing is, it's your cell phone as well.
Yeah, can I just ask my boyfriend to let me tell him real quick to come here and grab me because he's gonna take me to his house again in the shower.
Okay. Let me see if I can find something to write his number down on for you, so you have that as well. Okay. What I will do is I'll give you an extra copy of this form because it's got our number on it if you change your mind, and then you can write his number down as well.
Okay.
Yeah, okay?
Okay.
You want to write it down on there for you? This way. You got your phone and you got numbers if you need them. No, don't sign that one. That's one just
sorry.
so you have an extra piece of paper.
Okay.
You can write numbers down there.
Okay, this is going to go for a bit.
Or that they're kind of feeling down too, and they want to double check that everything is okay with them. Better safe than sorry, especially after the last incident.
So it blows me away that they actually were hospitalized twice from this. I'm wondering if they went and did it again a little bit. All right, so I also want to reiterate that to you guys that the National Enquirer has done 2 articles about this, but they did not give the details as much as we know now that it was mushroom ritual.
So it should be done in a couple hours, right?
Here we go.
I'm gonna try and push it through as quick as I can. I'm gonna push it through, okay? And then, so your boyfriend, that's who you're gonna be with?
Yeah.
So is it all right if we give him a call and let him know that everything is done so that he can relay it to you?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
And you're taking these numbers?
No, that's for you.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to give you his?
No, we'll have the phone. We'll be able to pull it up.
Okay, my assistant. She just canceled off. Okay, let's see. I'm going to.
Now she wants to call her assistant. I feel almost like, I don't know about you guys, but her questions are like, oh, I need my boyfriend, I need my assistant. She wants to hold on to that phone just a little bit longer. Silent here. So it looks like she's texting or something. You hear that?
Is it okay to call Amanda for a second to see if she's okay?
Yeah, as soon as we wrap this up, you can give her a call. Why did you pull your IV out?
Yeah.
Let me see if I got some jobs over here for you.
I guess she accidentally pulled out her IV.
Push that over so I don't keep
There you go. You can have it.
All right. And is there like passcode or anything like that?
Yeah.
Okay, so
And like I said, we'll give him a call as soon as this is done. So let me just get this form ready for you.
to my understanding, and I will follow up with the police department on this. Hold on.
Roll back on phone.
To my understanding, they are compiling evidence.
Dispensary and see if they've had any other cases like us.
Yeah, and at the very least, we're gonna do what we can to make sure that they stop giving that kind of stuff away. Because yeah, we definitely don't want that to continue. And then, as Adam, same as before, it's gonna be a signature, and that date is the 23rd, 102324. Thank you, ma'am. Here's your numbers for you. All right. Have a better rest of your day, and I'll give them a hold of you as soon as I can, okay?
Perfect. Thank you.
No problem. Have a better rest of your day. Feel better.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's pretty much the end of this. Now, there's different ways that you can watch this footage. One is I have two different versions of it where, there's part 1 and part 2 that has none of my commentary on it. So if you just want to flat out listen to the police investigations on your own, feel free. This one, I am giving my own commentary about it. Obviously, what we saw was that there was 2 different types of statements taken. One was as a group that we started out with at the beginning of this video. This last part was Sarah on the day that they gave their testimonies in terms of like helping out the cameraman that got arrested, which by now he's actually, been set free. But during that time period, you can hear where it was October 22nd, they gave their testimonies, and since that day, all of them went back to the hospital from apparently still a reaction from these synthetic mushrooms that Sarah administered in a healing shamanic journey that was being done for a documentary, as she says, for Vice and Netflix. And Amanda, who has a liver situation, was looking to be healed because she didn't want to use pharmaceuticals. And this is what happened. She nearly died. You hear them repeat like 3 times, people nearly died. And the reason why I am showing this today and compiling this for you and going over it and discussing it is because in this online community, on YouTube and everything, there are people out there who are giving false practices with people who are sick, that are looking for healing and looking for spiritual enlightenment. And you get a grifter like Sarah Adams, who has zero empathy, as you can hear in these videos. And what I assess is that there is a lack of empathy, accountability, or even realization of what she might have done wrong in terms of harming somebody's health, about her business practice, or any state laws to have the mushrooms even in her possession. And I think that these are significant things to point out on Not My Rabbit Hole. This is the kind of content that Not My Rabbit Hole likes doing. And, I think that a lot of us need to come out and be watchdogs in terms of what's been going on in a particular media, in a particular business practices, a product, a service that Sarah Rachel Adams takes money for is actually dangerous to other people and potentially her own self. And I think that this should be discussed outward. Now, the problem is any YouTuber that has done that has suffered retaliation from Miss Sarah Rachel Adams. And let me just point out that the body cam footage that Stephen Cambion said I could use for Truth Seekers, he ended up having Sarah called CPS on his children. And, he has also suffered health issues. And, I can't say that potential divorce over something like that and the stress of her retaliation of him just doing his journalistic reporting on this incident, she's done that. And she, in order to get back to me, because I don't have any children, she's contacted somebody named David Schurter. She broke up with her business manager, Taj, whom I've not spoken to in 5 years, but she went over to David Schurter and said that I was blackmailing her with Taj. And so I'm getting a big backlash from somebody who's been harassing me and defaming me for 2 years. And this is the kind of stuff that not only does Sarah Rachel Adams have unsafe business practices, but she's willing to stalk, defame, harass, make up rumors and lies about people, involve services like CPS in order to have retaliation on people that she doesn't like. And let me just also reiterate it that it is not Stephen Cambion. It's not the first time she's done that to people. She does that to everybody that has children practically. I'm not saying everybody, but let's go down a list of people that she's done this to or threatened this of. Vanessa Bates' daughter Becky, Stephen Cambion did it, and Jeff Reed, who was my moderator. And I know for sure that she had made these kind of threats for him talking out on social media about her. He didn't even have a show. And this is the kind of stuff that Sarah Rachel does. This is why I'm talking about it. This is why I've done this show. And I will not, and I'm going to do more commentary. I'm going to contact Netflix and find out about that contract. I'm going to research where she's at, because to my understanding, they could compile this evidence and give out a warrant for Sarah Rachel Adams' arrest. And this is why I'm doing this show. And so I'll keep you abreast on this. And, I will be streaming tomorrow night at 9 p.m. My guest is Psychic Soldier Jerry Avalos. Until tomorrow, I'll see you next time.
He ain't no Saint Germain, no crown, no name. He plays the game sharp as a flame. Who's to blame for the stolen fame? A shadow dance in the devil's frame. Caught in a rabbit hole, losing control, spinning wild on a stripper pole. Laughing loud, all for the lulz, but baby, that's not my rabbit hole. City lights and sirens scream, truth and lies blend like a dream. Wicked smiles, a clever scheme, chasing gold in the neon gleam. Caught in a rabbit hole, losing control, spinning wild on the stripper pole. Laughing loud, all for the lulz, but baby, that's not my rabbit hole. Fast, can't find the ground. Echoes of chaos all around. You chose this dance, this mad parade, but not every choice gets accolades. Caught in a rabbit hole, losing control, spinning wild on the stripper pole. Laughing loud, all for the lulz, but baby, that's not my rabbit hole. Spinning wild on the stripper pole. Laughing loud, all for the lulz, but baby, that's not my rabbit hole. City lights and sirens scream, truth and lies blend like a dream. Wicked smiles, a clever scheme, chasing gold in the neon gleam. Going down the rabbit hole, losing control. Spinning wild on the stripper pole, laughing loud all for the lows. But baby, that's not my rabbit hole.